For those of you who are getting ready for next summer and spring, when you walk around on the grass and there's really no more Kentucky bluegrass and it's all dreaded coming up from the weeds and in the rough, wouldn't you figure it out that God would be a club? Wouldn't you be thinking that he would be the four-leaf clover? How does God become the four-leaf clover? It's very simple. The minute you see a three-leaf clover, because you know there should be four and you're wishing for a fourth one, it's you who begins to wish who becomes the fourth clover. You have to decide on what you want to wish for. Because it's not a wish. It's a what is you want to do. What are you going to do in the near future? You don't have to wish. What do you want to do? If you want to call what you want to do a wish, I'm wishing to do this. What time will I put on it? I'm not sure. We'll put it aside and probably forget about it. So there goes your four-leaf clover. Because your four-leaf clover is to think now. What you want to need to do now, this afternoon and this evening, so when you get home, forget about everything. Because now you know everything's in order. One little thing, I was making a club. I was trying to show how the club is everything. And if you notice, this is a triangle, this is a triangle, this is a triangle, three parts of the club. It sits on your head right over here. This line comes right in, you're hooked on phonics. Now you're looking up, trying to figure out how the vibration comes in. Must have flown by on a duck. Quack, quack, quack. Got to think. Quack, quack, quack. It's an easy sound to respond to. Different sounds. We're slow matrix men. If I wanted to tell you this film that I'm doing right now at top speed, adding in all the different games people play, you wouldn't understand me like usual. But when I come in to tell you a simple little way of thought, all we need to do is think. Oh my God, he's telling us to think. What does he want to sell us? What does who want to sell who? Who's selling something? I didn't know there was something for sale. Can you warn me next time? Because on this channel, I may be with the ads, but after that, there is no sale. If somebody wants to buy something, I can create a sale, but I'm not looking to make any sales. Unless you're going to give me 10 cents and a penny, because the penny can ride on the back of a dime 9 times before she sinks. 9 cents? 9 cents? Oh, that's nonsense. You're right. 4 pennies. Because the nickel will take us down, right? No, the nickel is the sail. It's the beaver. She goes under and over the water. Now we got a submarine. The Canadian change. Calculate this. Barack Obama is apparently one of those numbers that I play with. 74 times 24. Here's a number for you. The Jewish calendar. If we're going up and down, and there was a part in the Jewish history where we went up, we stopped, and the calendar didn't go any further. It went the other way. It was up and it was down at the beginning. Then it went up higher, and then it went down. Then it went up higher, and now it's coming down. So, in the Hebrew calendar, at 3760, which was halftime, take away 2015, which is the end date for the number cycle. It hits the train tracks. It's actually the year before and then 2 years before, because in the beginning, it took an extra 2 years to put the column up. But now the columns are up. At the end, it only takes less years to take it down because it's already up. $37.60, which would be 0 time, which should have been 3 BC in all actuality. Christ was born in 3 BC. I don't care if he didn't show his face until 10 AD. Christ was alive before anybody else even knew he was alive. These are manufactured bodies, man, to live on this earth. What do you think the sperm does? You think you can whack him off and he's happy after? Are you kidding? He wants to build. He's a builder. So, Sorry for smoking. So 3760 minus 2015 would come out to the number of, I have to think a little bit here, sound a little like Suzanne Boyle. Let me think about that, please. Just give me a minute. The answer is 14, excuse me, the answer is 1745. You follow me? I'll mark it down and show you so it's easier. 3760, which is supposed to be actually 3757, and then we would take off 2012, and here we're going to take off 2015. This would equal 1745, and this one would equal to 1745. Time heaven begins. I think, was it Harry Truman who put in the presidency from 1933 just after Herbert Hoover, and went to 1940 in the seventh into 1845. Was it 18? No, sorry, into 1945. I'm playing with the 200 years. Don't forget the bicentennial. Don't forget they're all the same. The bicentennials, just the evolution is another level. 1745 to 1776. 29 years. 29 is the birth, 2 and 9. This is where we are right now, 2012, 1745. Just like 1945, except when the war was ending, now it goes backwards to 5 more years. Till this says 2016. This will probably be 2021. That's when everything changes again. But these two islands are separating, 6 and 6. 2 different time periods. I'm working in 2 different time periods for 2 different sides. The side where everybody saw Christ and the side where nobody saw Christ. 3760 is the Hebrew halftime. It should have been 3757, 3 by 19, 57 moons, 3 by 37, 111th floor of the Twin Towers, the roof. 60 represents the 4 columns. Again, 37, the same story. 20, 21, or all the way to 29 over here would mean nothing, because all the numbers say in the 2 world, the 2000 world, MM, 2000. 29 years, 29 years. In between, 74. On the outside, 5 and 7. Why? Because 4 is in between 1 and 7, meaning the Wednesday. It is also the Wednesday before the 5th day of the Friday. Do you understand? It goes back and forth. But 74 is the number of the Christ. 7 by 4 is 28. Time heaven. Got to remember who the president was. So we're coming back into that era. Now, if I wanted to back this one up to 2015, I would add 3 more years on, or take 3 more years off. I would go to 26. It doesn't matter. I can go from 26. I can go to 29. The minute you hit 24, it's 1 cycle below. The minute you hit 26, it's automatically 26, 27, 28, 29. Automatic. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 make up 6, 7, 8, 9. The minute you hit 6, which is the Oriental in Monopoly, you already got 7, 8, 9, because you got to become a 6. You become a 9, turns you into a 6. But coming from this heaven of electronics, your mind, okay, which is the 7, but you're living here on this mind of this planet, which is the 8. Like for everything I talk about, it's insanity, because nobody can actually see. We're alive. You don't see my breath. You sort of see me moving, but do you know if I'm alive? What does it mean, that word, to be alive? Does the blood have to flow? Do you have to talk nice? Or do you just have to be alive? No, being alive is not good enough. We have to know how to be alive amongst each other, because we are amongst each other. That is who we are. The Ron Paul theory. It's not all money. This is a Society Galactica Federation. In the middle of Rubik's Cube and your telephone and whatever you do, it always says Federation. If you go 713, okay? 7132, 7132, it says Galactica. Federation Galactica. Everybody's got a corner. G, A, L, A, C, T, A. Galactica. The L is over here. The T is over here. All the letters form in 7, 1, 1, 1. The 20 world of the 2000. The C is over here is 3, 2013. The Attic, AAA, 1G, ANG. This makes your T, this T, the tick, the tack, the tick-tack talk, the mouse ran up the clock. Of course I can fool around with this whole thing. Let's fool around with a couple of dice. Let's see what we can do. Time to let out my cigarette. It went out. Wow, where is that? Where is that big old lighter? Okay. What number do I have? 6 and 4? We're going to hold it like this. 6 and 4. I have a 4. I have a 4. I have a 10. I have a 10. I have a 4. I have a 4. 10, 4, 10, 4. That's the maximum you can do with these dice. On the top, there was a 2, and on the bottom was a 2. So you had 10, 4, 4, 4, 4. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. 4 counting, but they disappear because they're opposite, which means they're going back and forth and they're discussing. What else do we get in the dice? There's always a good number. I was busy painting. Oh, look what we got. The guide stones. They're each going their own way, but they're stuck together. Can't divide these as Rubik's Cube. Imagine going into the casino and taking out these dice and say to the guy, listen, every one of these dots break apart. The guy says, okay, roll the dice. He says, how am I going to tell the difference? We have 12, 5, 2, 9, 12, 2, 5, 9. That is a birth in the 6 and 6 worlds. One up, one down. You see, if this one was up the other way, this way, it would change the whole thing. But it's down. These are the guide stones, my friends. For every time you shake the dice, and you see I'm doing this with you. 10, 9. 10 and 9 is 19, Jack of Spades. New York City. 4, 4, 9, Eternal 8. 4 and 9 are 13. 5, 4 and 5 are 9 again, and 10. So we add them up. 10, 19, 23, 28. Time Heaven. T and H. ETH. Take any of your letters you want to use. Listen to this one. First, second, third, and fourth, and fifth. You see, the fifth changes things. It goes around the alphabet because it doesn't say 5th, it says FIF instead. So the ST, first ST, second ND, stand. Third RD, standard. TH for fourth, standard death. And the 5, which you remove now the 4 because you don't need it, because instead of being 1 to 4, now you're 1 to 5 on the tracks, now you're halfway. So now you split that E up, it's E and A. So standard becomes standard death. On Reading Railroad, Raphael 7286. Thank you.